Alright, who's ever been nervous for a speech? Eamon, I know you're lying. Okay. Because I know we have. Lucky for you guys, after listening to this presentation, you'll be giving speeches like a pro. Today we will be diving into the depths of speech anxiety, why it happens, and then how to prevent it. And then more, yeah, so. Did you put in this?
Nope.
Just use the arrow. Alright, so according to the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, speech anxiety normally occurs for one of two reasons. Reason number one is you lack self-confidence. So I know for me, sometimes you're like afraid of like people might judge what you're gonna say if you have like a controversial topic that you might be a little worried about how it's gonna come across, and that might get you a little nervous to say it. And then also the second reason is people aren't prepared. I know some people in this class might not have been prepared for the speech, or I know I was really ready to go the day before. I was looking forward to going, and then all of a sudden we only get through 3 presentations and I don't get to go. So it's kind of like I was hyped and then you're not hyped, but anyway, so if you're not prepared, like, your nerves can go through the roof.
So now that you know the basics of speech anxiety, I'm going to teach you a little more about how to deal with it. And first, we can start with some breathing exercises. I have a really easy one for you guys, so I'm gonna use Jack as an example for it. So Jack, if you'll stand in front of the class right here, can you just stand up straight, put your head forward, arms at your side, take a deep breath, and then as you exhale, say a soothing word, like prepared.
I feel very prepared right now.
And if it doesn't work the first time, repeat.
But it works.
Trust me, it works. Next is your blood flow, and what I mean by that is that before your speech, if you're out of class, feel free to walk around a couple times the building, like walk around the building a couple times, or even just sit there and just kind of shake around and get kind of your nerves settled and get your blood moving. And also if you're in class, like right now, waiting to give your speech, you can twiddle your thumbs, kind of wiggle your fingers, just do something to settle down. And then next is your nutrition and hydration. And on a day like today, you want to get up in the morning and eat a nice hearty breakfast and a good lunch, especially since we have class at 1:15. Eat a good lunch, get all filled up so you're not distracted by hunger during the presentation. Also drink a lot of water, because during presentation you want to be like kind of like smacking your lips or something like that if you have a dry mouth or throat. But don't drink too much water right before the presentation, or else you have to use the washroom during the presentation. And then I also have a video of another breathing exercise for you guys, because I know those are very important.
Restore focus and concentration. When I count to 3, I'd like you to take a deep breath in and hold the breath for about 3 or 4 seconds. And while you're holding the breath, think to yourself, I am warm. And then I'll ask you to exhale and think, I am calm. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in. And hold, and think, I am warm, and exhale, think, I am calm. The reason we believe that Quick Calm works to reduce stress is that when you take a deep breath in, your diaphragm stimulates a nerve in your neck called the vagus nerve. It runs from your chin down to your heart. And when the vagus nerve is stimulated, it sprays chemicals, hormones into your heart. It tells your heart to slow down. When heart rate decreases, breathing rate decreases, sweating goes down, muscle tension lessens, and you feel better. repetitions of this breathing and relaxing.
Alright, that's another breathing exercise also. It's mostly mental, you gotta say those words to calm yourself down.
So Evan just touched on how not to be anxious, and in one of his examples he said was to be prepared. So I'm going to tell you how to be prepared. Everyone's different, so some stuff that I say might not work for you, and so there's a bunch of different ways to prepare. The first thing I did is you need to practice. So you don't want to be, the first time you get up here, you don't want that to be the first time you're actually going through, because in case there's a hiccup somewhere, you don't want to do it in front of everyone for the first time. Second is know your audience. You want to know who you're presenting to, so you know like what tone to use as you're presenting. You don't want to be too serious if you don't need to be, or if you do need to be serious, you want to make sure you are. Next is content. So you want to know your content. You don't want to be up here, I don't want to be telling you guys the wrong information so that you go into your next presentation doing something that I told you to do, but it's not correct. And then lastly, you want to be confident. You want to know when you go up there, you want to know you're going to do a good job. If you go up here thinking, oh, I'm going to mess up, oh, I'm going to do this, do that, then you probably will. So patience, or practice, know your audience, know your content, and be confident.
Alright, and so in order to eliminate speech anxiety, you need to understand why it occurs, and now you've learned why it occurs, how to prevent it, and how to prepare. Are there any questions from you guys? No?
Thank you. On the light remote, could you hit the bottom right button for the meeting minutes? Okay, using that spreadsheet, let's make sure we're hearing